Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm here with a bit of a update on some recent purchases. Firstly, it is some packs that Susanna has put together and a new book and a few other things and an update on the retreats and my Christmas panels. So let's get started. I really wanted this video up over the weekend, but the parcel only arrived today being Monday. So it's here. So extra video today. Let's start at the beginning. Let's get the book out of the way. When I'm sitting and stitching, often I'm chatting with Susanna and she's working at putting packs together. So I get a sneaky peek at what she's doing. And it's like, oh, I'll buy one of those. I'll get one of those. So I've got 3 purchases here. And she's also sent me some goodies as well, which I haven't looked through yet. We'll go through them in a moment. First of all, the cabinet cards. Now, I'm a real fan of Susanna's cabinet cards. She's got a beautiful little collection. This one I got at the beginning of the year at her retreat. And I've used it in the useful projects the Roxy Journal of Stitchery Girls did for the first 6 months of this year. And I placed it on my hat box and worked it into my stitching. I just love the tones of them. So I asked her again whether the 3 little girls and the governess, was that image still available? And it was. So I thought, I'm just gonna grab it. I don't know when I'll ever use it, but I just think, look, the book. Oh, it's gorgeous. And what she was telling me is she got her son, he's very clever, to go onto her website and actually divide them up with a drop-down screen so you can select which one you would like. So I'll just quickly show you the other ones. There's 2 others that I just think are gorgeous. Look at this beautiful little girl. Whoop. Come on. Okay, the family. I like this lady. I love that outfit. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not sure if that's a shawl she's wearing, like an extra piece, or it's part of that dress. Looks really heavy, velvety fabric. Yeah, I just find that intriguing. So that's definitely one that I like. I love this gentleman. Like, look at the chair. These are all from the Ballarat, Melbourne area. And this one here with the kids. Look at that. Look, they've got that little girl propped up on that stand. I presume it's a little girl. And then look at the little girl standing on the chair, and it's like a tapestry chair with the dolly in her arms. Oh my goodness. They are just gorgeous snapshots in time. Oh, little baby. Look at the little girl. Oh my goodness. They're just such a cute, I guess, piece that you can add to your work just for something different. And I've always loved this one. I only got the one at first, and now that I've used it, I'm like, I'm just going to grab it and pop it away, and who knows where it will pop up. So Susanna has also popped in, oh look at all the bits on the back too, additional little treasures. I might pull them out and add them to my stash because then they're ready to go. There we go. Get rid of the plastic. That's gone. Just some nice little morsels. It's good when you get morsels from others because they're often things that you don't have. Like, look at that. There's my image, and then she's got some other, oh, nothing like a good yo-yo, and a lovely piece of lace. So that is the piece that I've chosen. Might even be tempted to go back and purchase again one of those. You just don't see them, and to get fabricy things as well is a bit of a bonus. Now, I saw this arrive with Susanna the day I was chatting to her, and I thought, oh, what are you doing with that? And she's put together another pack, and I was like watching it come together, and she's like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I'm like, oh, yes, that looks beaut, that looks beaut. So before I knew it, I'd ordered one. So let's get that out. And this is a pack she had done a little while back, And I just sort of thought, oh, love it too, but will I? And then I was like, right, that's it. We're going shopping. So she's put in some gorgeous yo-yos. Look at the size of those things. I must say, Susanna is very generous with her packs. I look at a lot of packs out there, guys. A lot. And, yeah, very generous. Look at those. Look at the size of them. Like they're just itty-bitties. I'm going to pack these away as I go because you just never know. Into my yo-yo basket when they will pop up again. We might as well do some housework while we're at it. My chair rolling all over the place. And there's some more crocheted elements. Now, look at this. Oh, these things are just going for so much money now. It's ridiculous what's happening. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't need a big tablecloth. Just that piece can kickstart a whole project. So, oh, yeah, wrapped with that. Lovely, lovely. Now, I'm not sure if she's actually shown these on a channel or not, her packs. She may have. I don't know. Not sure. So that there will go into the crochet, oh, look, another little one. Look, lace on the end. Oh, that's good. Oh, she spends so much time laundering things, ironing things. Oh, my goodness. Just, oh, look at this. A whole piece of quilt. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at the holes. Oh, it's so fine. Oh, yes. That is so good. Like that there is a panel ready to go for slow stitching. And you just add your wadding in behind. Oh, I know where that come from. I actually found this piece of fabric for her up here, Kath Holden, and took it down to her when I went down. Just beautiful. Some more crochet. Oh, it's oh my goodness. She just finds the best stuff. And she's constantly looking too. I'm probably not constantly looking, hence why I'm like, oh, give up. And then 2 weeks later, I might have another little look. Look at that. See, the thing is with this slow stitch business, we only need bits. Look at that. Ready for Christmas. Oh, gosh, something unusual. Oh, look at that. Imagine that for thread painting. Oh, I love it. Just, you know, if you cut out, like every piece will be different. So I'm just looking at what I've got here. If you cut out that bottom piece right through and then added that to the bottom of a project, I cut out the black, you don't need it, and then stitched it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anything floral and big floral that you can get stitches into. Yeah, it is just worth having. Oh, look. Oh, aren't you different? Just trying to describe this to me. Oh, love it. Just puts that texture in behind. So backgrounds, imagine that in a in the Jennifer book. Just a little piece of that. Oh, my goodness me. So that's the first pack. Really good. Lots of good. And, you know, packs like this put together by others, they push our boundaries. If I was in a shopping, I'd buy that, but I probably necessarily wouldn't buy that. But having just a bit of it maybe pushes me into other colour palettes that I wouldn't have thought to go into. So packs are great for that. So this is the next one. I think this is called the Blues. Just go to her website. You'll soon see, you know, what pack I'm showing here. She makes it pretty easy. All right, let's get in here and have a little look at this one. Blues and reds. I think this might have been my favourite colours. Oh, goodness me. Look at this piece. All right, start again. Oh, aren't you unusual? Love the colour tone. Little pieces, and then even little pieces like that. Isn't fabric just amazing? I just can picture the designer sitting there. And the more you look, the more you see. You know, you can see the grey shading in there on the blue, on no, it's not black. It's like a charcoal blue. Just so clever. I remember doing a little bit of screen printing when I was at school doing art. Like, we're only talking grade 11 and 12 art. Just the way they layer up the colours to create something like that. It's, yeah, great piece for a blue project. Yeah, see, didn't hesitate. I can't never go past a check. And these are good because there's so many different colours in here. That's like a colour palette in itself, and a decent piece too. Good on you, Susanna. Another piece. And another one. Just great blues, and look at the reds. Oh, aren't you pretty? Oh, another blue. Oh, you must have had a lot of blue. Oh no, hang on. Hello, we've got... Oh, isn't that interesting? Gives you ideas for combinations of colours too. You know, sometimes a piece of fabric is all you need to use that to go and pull other pieces of fabric. Oh, look at you. Oh, yeah. See, once again, the blue, the fawn and the red. Some more of the seersucker. And another piece of that. Oh, gorgeous. So there's a little bit of everything in this. And this piece caught my eye. Oh, love it. Isn't that gorgeous? So much there. Look at that piece. And even just little pieces like that, little pieces like that, just to pop in around, little elements like that, and then stitch into it from there. Very cool. Thank you, Susanna. Some lovely packs. Excellent. They'll just disappear into the abyss that is this room. So what freebies did she send me? She said she had picked up some checks. Yeah, see, I'm a bit of a fan of checks. I've got a whole cupboard dedicated to just these types of pieces. Yep, straight into the stash. Fold them up so they're ready to stand in my little cupboard. And keep them together so I've got an easy colour palette ready to go for a project. Oh, look at you. She said she'd found a pansy doily. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that little stitch. Oh, goodness me. So what have they done there? Oh, that's chain stitch. Oh, no. Just running stitch, split stitch. It does look like chain together. No, just a little running stitch. Actually looks like it's a sewing machine. Well, there you go. So they've done their... No, it's all sewing machine. Yeah, that's an embroidery machine that's done that. Yeah, that's what's happened there. Great little morsel there. Love that crochet edge. Thanks, Susanna. Nothing like a freebie. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. Just love lace like that. It's got a hole in it too, so that means I can use it without any guilt whatsoever. Oh, goodness me. Thank you. Oh, look at that. These just make awesome, even just that. Mother and child, little one playing, or the bigger scene. Excellent. Thanks, Susanna. You're a gem. All right, let's just move everything out of my way here. I'm sort of going to do a little bit of a tidy up. Yo-yo goes in with the rest of the yo-yos, so it's not lost. All right, guys, let's have a look at the next thing. So Susanna's website will be linked below if you are wanting to do a little bit of shopping. So I'm not even going to tell you the name of this book because it's really difficult to tell you the name of this book. Embroidery sewed with the darning stitch is what is written here. Now let me just double check that that will get you where you need to be. I ordered this a little while back and it's actually come from Japan. It came quite quickly, but I've just been looking at it thinking, oh, I must show you guys. Yes, okay. All right, that's good. So that is what you type in to take you to the artist that has about 3 books. I believe this is her first one. So there's her name. I'm not going to insult her by saying her name incorrectly, but she has a few different books out there. That's another one. I've just clicked on it and went to eBay. So once again, she's got embroidery sewn with the darning stitch. So just type that into Google and you will go to numerous outlets across the world that, you know, have her books. Where else can I see? There's the book itself. This one's in a London business. So yeah, anyway, let me show you. Now, I got onto this book. Now, where was I? I think I was at the Fleur Woods course, and the gorgeous lady sitting next to me had made the little key ring fob. Not sure what you'd call it. So I just want to show you, and I've got full intentions of making myself one. But, oh, it's just so gorgeous. So it's all woven stitches into designs. You're probably getting a lot of glare here. So I'm going to do a little flip through of the book to see if it's something that you'd like to add to your repertoire. And my good mate Marianne, who's a school teacher, she said a translator app would help us out. So I'm yet to do that, install a translating app on my phone from Apple. I'm sure there's Android versions, and then I can just hover over that and it'll give me the English version. So I thought, brilliant. I was going to try and, that's what I'm going to make. I was going to try and just figure it out. This, isn't it just adorable? These little itty bitty bears with little leather legs, all stitched with little woven areas. Oh, look at this. Just gorgeous. And then there's all of these images that have the same treatment, and all of the patterns and the templates are in the back. I've seen this lady on Instagram too. So, ages ago, but. And then when I saw the actual one and its size, I just fell in love with him. What a great way to use your aughts. You know, oh, yeah. Really cool. Don't be frightened about ordering overseas. I must say, I think it was just like a fabric store I ordered from, and it was here in under a week. It's really good. So I just thought I'd show you that book. It might be something you want to add to your project list, like we all need more projects, but I plan on creating myself a little pack of bits and bobs and taking it whenever I go somewhere just for a little stitchery to do. Great for the aughts jar, guys. Okay, so that's the book I wanted to show you. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you, now this is a blanket making company in Australia, and they have added to their blanket website crafters packs. Now, I bought their first one they put out where the pieces are quite large. They've since added a second pack for half the price, I'm guessing half the size, and they're offcuts from when they manufacture their blankets. These are all offcuts. Now, you don't get to choose colours. I have to stress that you have to take what you get. So what you see in the photo may not be what you actually get. So this is the first one. Isn't it gorgeous? Now, if you're like me and I am struggling to find secondhand blankets, being in Queensland, woolen blankets are very rare. And often when I do find them, yeah, they're really in the pet section for a dog bed for a reason. So when I saw this pop up, I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. Just gorgeous. So if you are on the hunt for some clean, excess to manufacturing cut-off bits from blanket making, this might interest you. So I'll put the link below. Now, I did send them an email because I was going to promote this when I received it, which is about 3 months ago, but they'd sold out really quickly. It was a trial run. They popped it up on Instagram and they went like that. They've since said, look, wait till we get some more stock up. And I've now noticed they've got 2 listings showing 2 different size packs. So I might just also Google them. I'll have a quick look. They were there yesterday, but I just want to check their website, and you just type in, I think it was Crafters. Yep. There we go. So that's the 1 pack, and that's the pack I ordered from. So you don't get those colours. Like, that caught my eye. And I'm like, oh, no, I've got enough. But beautiful big pieces. I went the bigger one anyway. I'm pleased with, because I've got a really good big piece. So if I want to do a big project, I just lay straight onto it. Where if I want to cut into it to get some colours out or use some of these as trims, look at that. You can, that must be why it was rejected. It hasn't twisted. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, so there you go. These are the rejected bits, and now there for us to use in projects. So needle books, look at this pink one. Perfect for needle books. Beautiful and clean. They smell nice too. These are beautiful blankets. They're very expensive to buy, but they would last you forever. This company has been around a long time. I believe they're in Melbourne. I better check that before I go and open my mouth. Let's have a little look. I think they are. No, Tassie. Oh my goodness, yes. Tassie, 1874. Oh, that's not good. See, they need blankets down there. Queenslanders, we don't really need them. Look at all these. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for some proper blanket, look at that. Imagine that as a blanket. Makes you want to go and get a blanket. I don't need a blanket. It's Queensland. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, beautiful. Really, really happy with this, guys. I don't know if it's anything that can help you with your search. This is a blanket that Susanna found me at her local thrift store in Melbourne. Melbourne people will probably find this a little bit easier to locate, but yeah, it's really good too. So I'm feeling like I've got enough blanket. But I thought I'd just show you guys. Now, I just wanted to give you an update on my retreats and my panels. So I've restocked now the creative panel because I had sold out. Thank you so much to everyone that ordered a panel, or the bulk deal where you got the 2. Oh my goodness, it was just crazy. It took us like 3 days to get on top of the orders and get everything shipped, and they're starting to arrive. So really, really, really thank you. So if you have missed the panels, the big one is this one with the Merry Christmas printed in it. This I will be doing on YouTube in November into December as I meander my way around the project. So this will be my Christmas stitching adventure. So if you'd like to join me, grab yourself this panel. But as I said, I have also included the second panel, which has lots of little projects within it. So I'll just show you those because these are what we will be working on. I'm just popping Susanna's out of the way at the retreat that I'm hosting. 3 retreats: Ballarat, Ipswich, and Hervey Bay. The last 2 are in Queensland, for those of you who are unsure where I'm speaking about. Ipswich is just west of Brisbane. Great venue, plenty of space. Oh, the menu, you should see what we're going to be eating. Anyway, sidetracked. Hervey Bay is close to my hometown. I'm 20 minutes up the road from Hervey Bay itself. Fantastic place. Can't wait to show you my backyard of the Fraser Coast. And then I'm coming down to Ballarat to Susanna's backyard, and we'll be hosting a retreat where we did Susanna's retreat earlier in the year. And of course, Susanna has her retreat next year around March, also booked into the same place, the Sebastopol Bowls Club. So if you can join us, oh gosh, come on down, come and sit and stitch. The details for each retreat are on my website, which you'll find below. We just do a $100 deposit just to hold your ticket, and then closer to the event, we'll send you an email for the residual payment. So it's pretty simple. So yeah, the creative panel, which is the one that has numerous activities on it. This is one big image, that one there. This one is the one that I'm playing with at the retreat. So we're going to be exploring different techniques and ways to, I guess, embellish your panel. So I have some tricks up my sleeve with some of these materials that I'm using. And these are the little examples I've stitched so far. They're just examples. You can do whatever you want. You do not have to follow my lead on any of this. What I'm sort of doing, like, let's be honest, I'm testing as many things as I can. So when it comes to my big panel that I'll do with everyone on YouTube, I've sort of got a bit of a feel for the look that I'm going for. So they are, and I keep adding things, like I still haven't stitched down that little piece of lace, and there's a pin in there. I must do that. I'll do that while I chat to you guys in a moment. This panel here is one of the 2 that are on the printed panel. So it's like 2 small versions of this big guy, and then the 6 little tags. Now I also gave Susanna a panel to stitch, and this is her interpretation of the same panel. So she has embellished with morsels of a beautiful magnolia that she had picked up, a vintage magnolia, and then she's put in some felt that she had inherited from her mother's craft room. She had these dingly dangle beads. Yeah, like Sonia Steptoe, she has shown us how to make these. So if that's something you want to try, look, we'll give it a go. Why not? I can tell you we're going to go on many tangents in this retreat. I'm putting together your kits, and they're just getting bigger and bigger, and I keep adding additional projects. Like, you will not get the panel finished because Corrine will be like, nah, let's put that down. Let's try this next. You can imagine what it's going to be like. Utter chaos. And I've planned the road trips out. We're going on road trips. Like, we can't sit and stitch all the time. So we're going on adventures. So each location, I will be taking you to some of my favourite places that I go to in that location. So Ipswich, we'll be sneaking back into Brisbane to have a look at a few outlets that I used to use and I sort of want to go back to again and restock. Ballarat, oh my goodness, like there's plenty to see there. And the Fraser Coast, oh yeah, so we're going to go and visit a few of these businesses. Now you're probably wondering, where is the second one? This one has just flowers. The second panel, which I'm working on now, I've been at it for a few days, is the one with the bird. So I'm just using some, this is number 8 pearl cotton. I picked it up at the thrift store, about 5 skeins of it. and I thought I'm just going to start using it. I've got two colours, a sort of a darker cream and a softer cream, and I just started stitching. I found a new video series on, what was I on? Prime, and it's set back in Roman times around the gladiator story and the Caesar in power at the time and the families attached to him. But the main character is a bookmaker. So he's like the guy in the middle taking the bets on the gladiators and also liaising and I guess fixing races for the aristocrats of, I don't know if that's the right word for Roman times, but all of the very wealthy of Rome at the time. And of course the Colosseum's just been built, and they're building this second venue that chariots go around. It's like what we saw in Ben-Hur. I can't remember the name of it. See, I've learnt nothing. Watching all this history on Rome, I've learnt nothing. But it's 4 horses with a chariot behind it, a single man, and they just do like about 6 laps. It's lethal. And then in amongst it is gladiator story, some slaves that have been taken from Africa, some lions and tigers, and it's just utter chaos. And this lead character is the bookmaker. I think it's called For Those About to Die. Like, it sounds ominous, but you can imagine. I better Google it. I finished it last night. It was 10 episodes. For Those About to Die. That's it. Anthony Hopkins is in it. There it is. So it's on Prime Video. If you haven't seen it and you can handle a bit of gladiator gore, you will love it. It's just such a snapshot of their world. There's Anthony. There's old Anthony Hopkins. He's like the Caesar as you start the series, but not the Caesar as you finish the series. That's all I'll say. The Roman Empire. Yep. Don't know if it's based. I think I saw epic historical drama. I think I saw it right at the beginning too, that it was a true story. And I bet the only bit of it is maybe the Caesars. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google all that now once I get into a little part of history. So I sat down 10 episodes later over 2 evenings. This is where I'm at. So I've just stitched the panel as per what I printed, but then I've started going in and adding more. So I'm sort of going down the thread painting path now. This is all fabric collage and printing on fabric and stenciling and all sorts of adventures there. And this one I'm taking more into thread painting. Not sure what I'm going to do the bird yet out of, as in colour. Not sure what the border's going to be. This one here, I cut the fabric, the felt on the back to the size of the piece. But this one, I've made a little bit bigger because I don't know what I'm going to do for a border. I've got a couple schools of thought, and I guess sitting and stitching and not rushing into big decisions has given me time to sort of think. At one point I was all blues. I was going to do blue border, blue bird. And then last night, red came into my mind. A red border with a red bird. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure yet. So at the moment, I'm just enjoying the process of stitching it. I'm using as many stitches as I can think. I've got split back stitch, satin stitch, stem stitch. I've got to have some thread painting. Weaving stitch. Bits woven, bits unwoven. I've been working on this last night, doing a few of the petals of the poinsettia. Not sure what I'll do in here yet. I keep picking up morsels of lace to add in, but I haven't got to that yet. This magnolia, I keep going back to it. I thread long and short stitched a couple of the petals. I then split stitched the outline. Then I went back in and added the weaving. And then last night I did some cast on stitch. So yeah, I'm just I guess just stitching, keeping it simple, 2 thread colours. Where it goes from there, who knows? So yeah, will be coming to the retreat as a finished product. Susanna has backed her tags with some fabric. I haven't got to that stage yet. I'm still adding to them, so I don't often back my things because I pick them up. Where's that little bit of lace? I'm going to stitch that while I'm sitting here chatting to you guys. I don't, no I won't, because I don't even have a needle. Come here, ducky. Here's the duck. Oh, Lindsay from Henrik & Co. has released a reindeer too. She did it a couple months ago, and I've got the pattern and I haven't yet sort of factored that into my world of stitching, but oh gosh, I'd love to do him. I'll put her link below too, to her Facebook group where you can go and reach out to it to get the pattern. This is the duck. He's actually twice the size. I reduced the pattern so that I could use him as a pin cushion. So if you haven't seen Ducky before, that's what he's all about. He holds the pins in his head like you do. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, guys. Gaz has gone to Brisbane to pick up another load from the house. We're very, very close to having everything precious out, and all that's left is big, heavy pieces of furniture that a truck has been booked to pick up. So I've had 3 days of stitching, watching YouTube videos, watching gladiators, history of Rome, of course, but yes, there were gladiators. What else did I do? I went around to my cousin and she'd bought a heap of Australian natives, and I dropped over there to give her back some containers. Wind it back the story. Like, I give you the end bit and then drop in morsels of information that make no relevant sense. My husband gets very frustrated with that. Basically, a week ago, Eddie was going on a fishing trip with his son, and he was catching the train, going up. His son was picking him up, and then on a very big fishing boat out to the ocean, deep, deep out, to do some reef fishing. So we had a big cook-up. I was invited to a big cook-up of all of the reef fish that he had in his freezer, because his wife was like, "You've got so much fish, we need to eat it." So we all went around to help in the cause. Heaps of fish got cooked, and I came home with a container of leftovers from the big baked coral trout we did, and then just heaps of fillets that Cheryl painstakingly crumbed and fried. Her daughter and family left with a container. Her cousin left with a container. He was visiting at the time. I left with a container. So anyway, long story short, I went around with said containers to return them. Felt a bit guilty that I'd had them for over a week. Dropped in Sunday, which was yesterday, to give them back. And they were enjoying their morning breakfast, and I said, I'm off to the bakery down the road to get myself a snack, a loaf of bread. Here's your containers. How'd you go with all the plants we bought a couple of weeks back? Have you got them in the ground yet? No, I haven't. And she was feeling a little bit low. So I said, well, look, I'll go down to the bakery, get my snack and loaf of bread. I'll dodge back home, pick up my gardening gloves, change my shoes to my gardening shoes, and I'll come back, and how about I dig them in for you? I think there was about 9 plants, Australian natives. And she goes, oh, that'd be lovely. So that's what we did yesterday. It was just beautiful. The wind was blowing a gale. So it was like take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So we gave them all a good drink. Eddie came out with a shovel and he dug a few holes for me, which sort of got us started. Then I popped them in their holes with a little bit of fertiliser and gave them a good drink, and they were in. And then there were 3 pots of plants. She's got amazing plant collection that was sitting on her veranda, and they needed dividing. And she said, look, I just don't have the strength to do this. So would you mind? I'm like, yeah, no problems. And then whatever fell off the process, I potted into one of the little containers that those 9 natives were in. So I come home with, oh gosh, I would say probably 9 free plants. So I'm happy. She was rapt that her plants were in her garden, so it's had a bit of a makeover. She's dealt with some overgrown pots that were sitting on her veranda where she sits. So she was happy as Larry. I was happy as Larry. I had the best afternoon. I bought us some jam drops, and well, let's confess here, Monte Carlos from the bakery. So I said to her, well, I've got biscuits. We need biscuits to do this. So we had a mitt full of biscuits, planted our plants, then we had more biscuits. It was just great. And the sun was beautiful. It was just a great day. I really needed it too because I'd been doing so much stitching, and Sunday come along and I sat down to do more stitching, and I needed to go outside. It must be the country kid in me. So going over to her place or just going for a drive was what I needed, and then to have a bonus of ending up in the garden at the end of the day. So from, I think, 11:30 we kicked off to, when did I get back? Probably 2:30, gardening all the way. I don't have a needle big enough for that cotton. It was such a bonus to my day. So yeah, that's what I did Sunday afternoon. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And today, Monday, the mailman has been, there's my needle. Here we go. The mailman has been, and my parcels from Susanna have arrived. I finally had a chance to tell you that I've got more panels now on the website, and share those blankets because I think they're great value, and they're clean, and they're available. So yeah, I thought that was a stroke of genius by that company, and they're Aussies, and we need our manufacturing. So yeah, go and spend a few coins with them. I think you won't regret it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So I've just got to stitch this last, actually no, that was going to be couched. See, I was doing that last night and I've already forgotten what stitching I was doing there. I was couching. If you're new to slow stitch and you're thinking, oh my goodness, that just looks too full on, don't worry about it, because you'll soon see I just break it down into bite-sized pieces and then just see what happens. So don't think, oh, I'm only a beginner and that's something that, you know, I'm not sure if I could do. You can do it. For those of you who've been hanging around me for a while, you'll know what I'm saying. It really is simple. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. When I finish this video, I'm going to go back to my cutting table and where I'm putting together the packs for the retreat. Oh, you should see these bags. I've got everyone. Oh my goodness. Susanna's already seen them and she was like, boy, I'm going to have to pick up a game. Yes, Susanna, you have to pick up your game. No, you don't. Oh, I enjoy shopping. So to splurge on everyone and treat yous all to some goodies that I would like. Yeah, there's parcels arriving pretty much every week here. Gaz keeps going, why is there a truck reversing up to the house and half a pallet of stock coming off of it? It's just something for the retreat. I don't know how I'm going to get all this to Ballarat. Doesn't matter. We'll work something out. I've booked extra baggage on the plane because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. Even too, once we all go shopping. No, I'm going to refrain. I'm going to be good. Oh, that was the other thing. Tia from Calm Creations. She is coming to our retreat. She's actually coming to both retreats. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that already. Maybe I have. So you'll get to meet Tia. She's coming to Ipswich and Hervey Bay. So it'd be great to have her there. She'll be able to help me, because we're getting some good crowds coming, which is good. Not crazy big. Like, I have set numbers that I want, because, you know, if it's too big, we can't yibba yabba. It'll be just too much. It'll burn me out. I'm doing 3 in a row. Ballarat first, 4 days, then a day or so to get back to Brisbane. Then I got the weekend to relax, and then on the Monday the Ipswich one starts. Same thing, 4 days, a day to get myself back up to Burham Heads, and then a couple days to relax, and then I'm on to the Hervey Bay retreat. So it's going to be an action-packed adventure. So I'd love it if you could come and join us, especially some of these names that I've been chatting to for the last 2 years, and we finally get to put, you know, a face. It's going to be so good. So there is one little leaf, a little holly leaf, just couching it in, keeping it neutral, because I can't decide what I'm going to do. Let me know in the comments what vision you see for the bird. What colour? My Christmas tree is like a Tiffany blue, white, silver with a hint of champagne. And I sort of had in my mind that this piece might be framed when I put my tree up. Just have it sitting beside the tree on the TV cabinet. So my feeling is it'll be maybe in a white frame. I don't know. So that's why I was all gung-ho on the blues. But then last night, red popped into my head. I don't know. I did have a couple tags sitting beside me when I was stitching. So I'm wondering if it was like subtle, you know, seeing the red sitting on the seat beside me. Where's the blue one? See that blue there? That's my Christmas tree with a champagne. So yeah, anyway, I'll have to make a decision. I'll just finish this last stitch and then I might toddle off. Got to get this video up to you guys, and actually you might be watching it Tuesday. Actually, I don't even think I got a video for tomorrow. Yeah, it might go up Tuesday, because I think today you're watching my stitching again with the Jennifer inspired little botanical journal I've been working on for quite a few months. So I pick it up every so often when I just want to do some stitching. So there you go. So I've just got to do those little berries there, and they're going to be like a satin stitch. Yeah. And then I've got to think about other stitches, and oh goodness me, I could spend hours fiddling around with this piece. All right, guys, I'm going to toddle off. I'll leave you as all alone, and yeah, all the links for all the different companies that I've spoken about, including my new website, which has the panels available, and of course, if you can join us for a retreat, grab yourself a seat. All right, guys, look after yourselves. Bye for now.